Good afternoon, 4 p.m. East African time here in Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you for keeping it TV47. You're just in time for TV47 at 4 p.m. with I, Sheila Chelangat. And of course, we begin now. Now, the Rongo Member of Parliament, Paul Abwor, has proposed changes to the Petroleum Act 2019. In his proposal, he seeks to introduce an emergency pricing period where the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority would review prices every 14 days instead of the current 30-day cycle. The legislator proposes that during this period, prices would only decrease or remain unchanged. The reforms aim to reduce delays in passing on lower global prices to consumers while maintaining the current pricing formula and protecting fuel supply stability. Now, the proposal has been tabled and is under consultation with the Ministry of Energy and Industry stakeholders.
I'm therefore proposing a targeted amendment to the following. Number one, allow the Cabinet Secretary responsible for energy in consultation with EPRA to formally declare an emergency pricing period where global disruptions occur. Number two, allow fuel price reviews every 14 days during declared emergencies. Number three, ensure faster transmission of price reductions. Number four, prohibit any mid-cycle price increases. During this period, prices will only go down or remain stable and never rise mid-cycle.
And across the borders, Haitian civilians attempted to block the movement of Kenyan police officers in St. Mark's and Port Sonde, protesting their planned departure from the peacekeeping mission. Now, demonstrators erected barricades on key roads, voicing fears that the end of the mission would leave communities vulnerable to escalating gang violence and risks gangs regaining control of strategic towns and terrorize civilians. In amateur footages, hundreds of Haitians are seen at the gate of what looks like the area the Kenyan officers were trying to access as police tried to control the situation. In response, helicopters were deployed to airlift the officers out of Port Sonde, bypassing the roadblocks. This last group of Kenyan police officers is set to leave the country and return home to Kenya after completing their mission in the Caribbean country. All right, and back home, the second mandatory classroom training under the Nyota Project Business Support Component has officially kicked off this morning, with sessions taking place in 454 mapped centers across all 290 constituencies in the country. The nationwide exercise has been rolled out simultaneously, with more than 6,000 trainers engaged to support beneficiaries throughout the training period. The mentorship program that preceded this training recorded strong entrepreneurial engagement among the youth. According to data, 97% of beneficiaries who received the first tranche of startup capital participated in the mentorship sessions. All right, and to matters health, Public Health Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni has officially launched a 2-week mental health training workshop, emphasizing the importance of bringing services closer to the people. Muthoni noted that the Kenya Medical Training College has been urged to strengthen practical training and community-based services to ensure communities receive quality mental health care. She has added that healthcare workers, including clinical officers and community health workers, will benefit from the training, which marks the second cohort since the program was introduced. Upon completion of the 2-week training, participants are expected to return to their respective health facilities to provide services and help strengthen mental health care within communities.
Kenya has always supported our programs, and we don't take that support lightly. The purpose of the short course, Your Excellency, is to get mental health advocates.
As a country, we are very keen about primary health care. And that is why you have seen, even in the acts that we came up with, the one act that is very important is the Primary Health Care Act of 2023. People must seek help when it is required. Do not stay with your problems thinking that they will fade away. Mental health is illness. It is a disease which must be treated in a facility and must be taken care of.
All right, and away from that, residents of South Sea held a peaceful demonstration today following the tragic collapse of a residential building earlier this year along Muhoho Avenue here in Nairobi. The protest, which culminated at Uhuru Park, brought together community members, leaders and activists calling for accountability and stricter enforcement of construction regulations. Residents now warn that another building in the area is at risk of collapse, urging authorities to intervene immediately to prevent a similar disaster. The organizers emphasized the need for thorough investigations into the incident and called for swift action against those found responsible, while pushing for stronger oversight by government agencies.
Wow. Si hivyo? We are going to fight to the last minute, and we will ensure that these landlords are taken to court. A case is opened, they are prosecuted, and justice flows.
Nyumba yenye ilianguka kuanzia tarehe 2 Januari mpaka wa leo tujaiona chochote kinachofanyika. Tunataka minister afuatilie hiyo maneno, hiyo kitu iende kotini, tupate justice. Sababu tumechoka na hiyo nyumba next bado iko na shida.
Tutaenda kwa watu wa chini, tunaenda direct to the national government, na kama hamutatusikiza, we will march up to State House. Hatutaogopa na hatutarudi nyuma. Hatutarudi nyuma na hatutawacha vifo viendelee.
My appeal to the authorities is that they follow up with this issue so that they see to it that it has been rectified.
And to the corridors of justice, the Milimani High Court has cautioned legal practitioners against relying too heavily on artificial intelligence when drafting court documents. Justice Chigiti ruled that while digital tools can assist in preparing pleadings, all documents must strictly follow the civil procedure rules. He emphasized that Kenya's adversarial system depends on clear, standardized pleadings to ensure fairness. The case arose after a self-represented litigant who admitted to using AI-assisted research, who insisted he personally reviewed and took responsibility for his filings. The opposing party claimed the documents were unreliable because of AI use, but the court found no evidence of fabricated citations or false material. Justice Chigiti stressed that both lawyers and self-represented litigants must comply with established rules regardless of the tools they use. And the government through has assured Kenyans of fairness and transparency in public service recruitment. Public Service CS Geoffrey Ruku maintained that a professional and merit-driven public service is key to achieving sustainable development in the country. CS Ruku said new measures have been put in place to ensure hiring is based strictly on merits and qualifications. He emphasized that employment in public service will no longer depend on connections or influence, but competence and ability, noting that ongoing reforms, including the use of technology and clear guidelines. This comes at a time when public confidence on government recruitment is eroded, hence the need for government's commitment to restoring equal opportunities for all Kenyans.
Teknolojia inatumika na minimal human interaction tunahakikisha itafanyika ili Wakenya waache kutafuta wabunge, waache kutafuta wale wengine ili watoto wao atuwapate kazi katika serikali. Hiyo ni jambo ambalo tunataka ikiwe ni jambo haifanyiki katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Meritocracy to be the basis of recruitment and employment in the Republic of Kenya.
And to matters education, Seku University in Kitui County has launched a digital innovation competition program to simplify services within the university and government offices. The two-day program brought together 31 student groups, showcasing various digital innovations that can be applied both within the university and in the wider community. Leaders have called on the government to support and adopt these innovations to improve service delivery and uplift the lives of the students who created them.
We had a student innovation challenge, and the objective of this innovation challenge was basically to see the ideas that the student have and how can we help the student to move them to the next level through incubation and possible commercialization. That is taking them to the market for impact. We are trying to solve the real societal problems that are affecting our people. Because today, we do a lot of research in the university, but most of the research ends in the shelves. Is that these ideas, they have seen that they can be taken to the next level.
What motivated us to do the project is observing the amount of time students take during the clearance and the cost that the impact that it has on them, and as well as the amount of time, the amount of pressure that usually comes to the staff when there is a bulk amount of people are trying to do the clearance. So we decided to come up with Clear AI to fill in the gap.
Let's get sporty, and the Embu Basketball League is entering a highly competitive stage, with Murang'a Razors emerging as early title contenders after securing two crucial wins over Old Guards 69-60 and 76-74. The closely fought victories highlight the team's composure and consistency as they continue to impress in their debut season. In another key fixture, White Wolves delivered a dominant 74-52 win against reigning champions Embu Knights, a result that has significantly shaken up the standings and intensified the race at the top. Murang'a Razors now sit at the summit of the table, followed by Old Guards, with White Wolves climbing into third. Defending champions Embu Knights have slipped to fourth, setting the stage for a tightly contested battle as the league progresses.
Hai game na kuongea tu kweli ilikuwa ngumu. Haikuwa game rahisi. Tumejaribu sana, tumecheza defense fiti, offense yetu pia tumestructure fiti. Vijana wamengangana. Hii ni season yetu ya kwanza kucheza. So tunafurahi sana kwa season yetu ya kwanza na tumeshinda kikombe.
The aim of this league is to grow the game, network and grow opportunities for young people. People are able to use their skills to get jobs in the corporate na pia ku keep vijana busy from hizi vitu zinaangusha vijana siku hizi.
Hii league inatusaidia kama players kwa sababu some of us tunacheza in other leagues, other divisions in Nairobi. Kuna watu wanacheza division 1, kuna watu wanacheza division 2. But majorly inasaidia ku grow talent in town, inasaidia vijana kukuja pamoja, inasaidia bring a culture yenye iko Nairobi na jaribu pia kuleta huku Embu. So in due time it will grow to that level, we hope, but so far so good, tunafanya kazi mzuri.
Elsewhere, Kenya Prisons capped off a dominant run with a commanding straight sets victory over Kenya Defence Forces, winning 3-0 of scores 25-19, 25-22 and 25-22 to close out the 4-day Kenya Volleyball Federation National League showdown at the Nyayo National Stadium basketball court. Trailblazers staged a resilient comeback to edge out Kenya Airport Police Unit in a thrilling 5-set encounter, winning 3-2. Nairobi Prison's team staged a remarkable comeback from 2 sets down to defeat Kenya Army with a score of 3-2. And by